And we are back with episode 105. I'm starting here in front of the war rooms because I want to resend people on missions. And once that's done, we are going to begin our armor crafting. So, once again, another warning for those of you who don't like watching me craft. Then, feel free to skip the next episode. Hopefully, next episode we'll actually be able to do some questing, or maybe not questing, but actually next episode will probably be the accessory gearing. So if you're not interested in that either, then just go forward 2 more episodes, look at the titles, or listen to these little intros to figure out when the fun stuff will begin. Although, honestly, I think this is fun too. They found a clutch of dragon eggs, which are currently incubating in Skyhold. That sounds like a bad idea. For study purposes only, of course. How dangerous can baby dragons be? Cullen, you were in the tower when those little dragons were running around. You should know. The adult dragons never ventured close to where the red lyrium grows, even though they could have easily done so. The creatures instinctively understand that red lyrium poses a threat. I wonder if that does something to the dragons if they touch it, and that's how that archdemon thing was made. That's interesting. I wonder if maybe there's a connection between the darkspawn and red lyrium, because the rune of corruption affects both of them, which I thought might just be a way that, the game mechanics wise, they make those runes a little more worthwhile. They tend to group things together that are similar in some way. But maybe it's actually a hint that there's an actual connection there. Could be. Personally, I just hope it's an archdemon that Cripius infected with the darkspawn taint. The other weird thing too is that even though I guess he has to be an actual darkspawn because he used the calling to call the wardens. So I think there's no indication that besides the stories of the Chantry, there's no indication that he actually is a darkspawn or that the Magisters going into the Fade really were the beginning of the First Blight. For all we know, that's just a coincidence that happened at the same time, but I don't know. Alright, Prismatic Gray. I wonder if that's actually better than what we just crafted. Even if it is, though, I'm not going to use any more materials. I'm done with weapon crafting. And another cool blade. Alright. The efforts of hundreds of negotiators, but alright, it seems like a war has been averted. Good job. Good job, Ambassador, excuse me, I'm proud of you. And is Liliana done too, or is she still doing stuff? I guess somebody's still doing stuff. I have hiccups. Where's the last card? Did I not send her out in anything? I know I did. Freeze too long resources, upgrades resources, gather metals. Completed. Honestly, I'm probably never gonna actually do this one. I kind of want to take a guess, but at the same time, RP wise, I don't want to kill I don't want to kill maybe an innocent. So I'm just gonna kind of RP that quest and not do it because I'm not sure. I'm not gonna start this. Level 16 to 19. I was just curious what it was gonna say. So of course we are a little over leveled, but I think at this point you're I think you're supposed to be like level 23 by the end of the game, roughly, depending on how much you do. Is there anything left? Oh, there we go. Severin, that was it. A split pommel. And a new one, Evading the Crows. Probably should have read that, but... So where is... Stop the Rumors. Whose rumors is that? From Montsimard. A minstrel with no tongue can tell no lies. Ouch. Our allies turn the tide, or... No, this is ridiculous. Alright. I like Cullen, though. No, this is... The Arcanist in the Fade. Dagna... Sure, go for it, Leon. I want to see what happens to that quest. And Sarah gave us something, too, didn't she? Or the singer did. Was it this one? Maybe it was this one. But I know that our bard gave us a quest. Maybe it was that guy. We can't do that one. Were there any more here that they could possibly do? Evading the Crows. There we go. You owe me a favor. Crows like to speak to me. It's time I left the free marches. Alright. I'm not sure Colin's the best for this, but he's not available, so that's what she gets, Zevran. Hopefully Zevran doesn't die, because I chose Cullen instead of like Liliana. But, I gotta send Cullen somewhere and trust him to do the right thing. Alright, so that's it for the war table. That's about all the content, quote-unquote, we're going to do in this episode. The rest of it is just crafting, so get excited, or fast forward, depending on whether you're like me and enjoy crafting, or whether you're like most people and just would rather pass on it. But I assume if you're watching a Let's Play of an RPG, you're interested in RPGs, and a lot of people who are into these kind of games are into crafting. I know I am. Okay, we still have to decorate Skyhold. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be starting the main quest today, but I want to get some questing in, some companion quests, some, whatever, the Fallow Mire we have to explore a bit, I think, for Greywell's quest. So there's definitely still stuff to do, but just not this episode. Alright, so we are done crafting weapons, time to craft some armor, and I just remembered that I have a hood that needs to be crafted that I didn't check to see. All cloth. Sweet, okay, we're safe. I was worried I would need some of that leather that I already used up, but I don't. Okay, so Seer Cal, we can go ahead and make this one first if we want to, it's simple enough. Right, Leovara, I'm giving her, let me look at my spreadsheet, Leovara, Superior, Seer Cal, yes, sweet. So this is armor for cloth. This is just defines the grade of it. So here I want to give Dragon Webbing because it's the highest grade. Nothing else really matters. It affects the color, obviously, but I have a bright orange. I have it hidden anyway, so it's not... I don't really care about it that much. Now this gives you stats, and I think the best is going to be this guy because 10 of each is better than 18 of one or the other. So yep, there we go. And I'll probably make these for my companions as well, but I'll come back to that. I want to make sure I have enough cloth for all of my armor first. Alright, so we are going to make... There's some cool armors here. This is medium. But I'm going to do the Keeper Robe, which is the best cosmetic I have, and one of the best in the entire game. I actually think it's the best because of the types of slots it has. I think it's the best mage armor in the base game, even including Emporium stuff, I'm pretty sure. Definitely including non-Emporium stuff. But there are probably better ones in the expansion, but I'm going with this. So, alright. Okay, the issue is here. I'm going to do a quick save here. There it goes. Because I want to get the higher stats, probably. So I don't want to use like a masterwork thing and then have it fail and use up all my good mats. I know you can't like, I forgot what it's called, scum save or whatever, like reload the save and get a different result on the material. But what I think I can do is load it again, make some crappy tier 1 item, put that item, the masterwork item in there, and use up the failed item that way. I'm going to try it at least, for science. But yeah, because I think I probably want... What are my other choices here? Focus gain, again, could be nice. Would rather have the more stats. Immolate, basically, yeah, the same stuff I've had before. Focus and stuff. Chance to heal. Is this on kill? Okay, so this is like on hit, or like even a 10% chance on hit. I'd probably go for it, but I don't like the on kill stuff because in boss fights, there's not... You don't, unless there's ads, you don't really get the on kill stuff to trigger. It's the same thing in Guild Wars too, with like the on kill sigils. Hidden Blades could be good, but I already used my better one of these on somebody else. Don't want that. So yeah, it basically comes down to using up one of my 23 Dragon's Teeth for extra success. Or for more success. No, for more... more stats overall. Alright, so definitely want Dragon Webbing because that gives me more armor rating. And I'm probably going to want Dragon Webbing. What is this? Utility? Yep, again. So yeah, we're using... Hopefully I have enough of this left. I might have to go to the Black Emporium and buy some more. Because of the price of it and the fact that money in this game is not like... It's not as easy to come by as I heard it was. I'm actually kind of... Okay, I don't want to use it for defense though. Because it gives fire resistance. There's not a lot of great choice here. But I did read somewhere that somebody recommended recommended spirit resistance because, and then they put a spoiler tag there, which I didn't click on. I'm assuming it says like, you know, Crifius in the final boss fight uses spirit damage or something like that. So, assuming that's the case, let me look at my spreadsheet to make sure I didn't have a different thought yesterday. No, it looks like I did decide to use the spirit resistance. So let's find the best spirit resistance we have. Because heal bonus doesn't really matter that much. In fact, if what did I use? Didn't I have something that reduces the healing I do anyway? Oh, no, okay, it's the sigil. I'll get into sigils in a bit. I don't think I'm going to use too many of them. There's one that increases damage but decreases your healing done. And since there isn't much healing in this game, I think that's okay. I do assume, though, it also decreases healing done by potions, which kind of sucks. But because I have all my potions fully upgraded, and because Leovara has her amulet that lets her live through things, I might be kind of okay with at least I'll try the sigil. If it seems like I'm taking too much damage and can't heal, then I'll take it out because you can remove a sigil without losing it. you can't craft sigils. They drop from things, and you have to have, I think it's Trespasser, the DLC, installed to get it even in the base game. So I recommend, even if you're not going to install, I think you have to play Trespasser after the base game, but even so, you should install it early just so you can get the sigils and the other changes it made to the game. All right, but we want, if it wasn't for that one guy who said that the spirit damage resist was really good, I'd probably just go with the overall magic defense, because there'll be a lot of like demons and mages we're fighting. But the choices are 14% magic defense or 24, no, even more than that, because where's the tier 3? Tier 3 electrical. It's electrical. Is this the one? Tier 1. Okay, you know what? It is infused Varantium Samite. Do we have any of that? Not enough. Darn it. Okay. We might have to buy some more of that then, it looks like. That sucks. But I do want 28 spirit resistance versus 14, half as much, is that right? Magic resistance. That's what we said. Here's the tier 3 one. Yeah. So that's tough. But I assume like the Venatori and the demons do spirit damage at some points as well. So let's see. I'm going to look it up real quick just because I really want to make sure I'm not going to choose something stupid. Alright, here we go. What is the purpose of spirit resistance? Yeah, let's see. It looks like somebody said there's one boss that uses spirit attacks, but you can avoid this, so it's not necessary at all. Alright, in that case I'm going to go with the magic anyway. Not the fire. Magic, yes. Because at least that defends me against, I assume, all magic attacks from Venatori and demons, etc. None of the cloth defenses are really that good anyway, but... And I feel like that's kind of more... They should have made more enemies do different types of damage in this game. Because it doesn't seem like they do. And is this the same kind of slot? I guess it is. Yeah, so I only have one utility slot here. That's kind of the sucky part about this armor, but yeah. Oh well. At least we get some good, Oh, this is leather. Oh, interesting. So this is a little different. For leather defense, I'd rather have utility, but don't get that choice. I like the design there too, that's cool. We'll recolor this with the armor dyes. Again, we might need materials for that as well. I forgot that takes materials too. Alright, so leather defense. I wanted range defense because I'm always getting shot by archers. And none of the rest of this is really that good. Sunder when hit. I guess that sunders them when you get hit. That's kind of interesting, but again, not really useful for a mage. Alright, that's range defense tier 1. I want range defense tier 3. There you go, lurker scales. Perfect. Alright, so there is our armor. We have lurker scales. We have whatever these are. One second, I need to take a drink before I start coughing. Alright, sorry about that. I had a bit of a frog in my throat, I guess. Alright, so dragon, yeah, okay. I think I have it memorized. So we're going to try this. If it doesn't say, if it says 12 magic, then we know we failed. Alright, keep your fingers crossed for me. Don't think it worked. Well, it still says this here. Maybe it hasn't actually applied yet until you accept. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it, and we're going to reload if it doesn't work. We are going to call this Arlathan's Embrace. Let me make sure I spelled Arlathan right. Or Arlathan. I think I did. Yes. Capital of Elgar'nan. And I like that because Embrace has kind of the two terms that it's kind of like, I mean, it's a reference to Arlathan, for those of you who don't know, I think I mentioned this before, was the capital city of the ancient Elven Empire, which covered pretty much all of Thedas before the Tevinter rose to power. So, obviously, for a Dalish elf who's proud of her heritage, I think that's the perfect idea. And there's the Arlathan Forest in the north named after it, where the city was somewhere in there, long since lost. So it's sort of like Leovar's hoping to be embraced by her ancient culture, her ancient ancestors, and protect. But it's also protected by them, as in the armor is like embracing her to protect her. So I thought it was a good name. Um, I'm also kind of just a theory, but I kind of wouldn't be totally surprised if we actually met some of the elves of Elgar'nan in the end game, because like I said, just a wild theory, but because like we're going into this ancient elven traveling system, and the ancient elves were said to be immortal, and they had that sleep they went into where they could last for like hundreds of years. I mean, the lore is definitely there to support it if Bioware wanted to introduce a ancient elf into the into modern times. So they definitely have the lore to support it. Let's accept this and okay, see if it worked. I don't think it did. But advanced crafting. Oh, that was because of making a masterwork item. I already did that though. Arlethan's Embrace. I don't think it worked. It did not. All right. So now I think I could do this 10 times. I could reload and do it over and over again, and it would be the same result every time. It would always be a failure, because that's how the game is programmed to be. Like it's a sequence of code that says your first time you ever make a chance, it will or will not fail, and so forth. And I assume it's probably different for each copy of the game, because people seem to have different results, which is easy enough for them to program. But I do want to load this save, because my theory is that I could make like a dud armor, or even a helmet. Well, maybe not a helmet, but so let's do what's something that's easy. Apprentice coat. Watch it work now. And we're gonna use what's a tier 3, a tier 1 thing, cotton, I guess. It's tier 2. Plaid weave, whatever. Cotton. And then, so plus 8% heal bonus. Okay, it doesn't seem to have worked there, which is good. Because now we're going to try to make that armor again. Hopefully I've outsmarted the game here in a way. Because otherwise I'm going to have to use a lot of rare materials to... Like, it's going to be like impossible to do. I kind of like that. That's a medium armor, though. It's very, like commando, like elite. I don't know, like the elite Qunari units, I guess, which makes sense for them. All the camouflage and all. Warden armor is pretty cool. That we're actually going to use for some people, I think, later on. Alright, I want, however... Legion of the Dead, I think, is it's warrior dwarf trained only. So you can't use it unless you yourself are a dwarven warrior. Which is, I like that's in there, though. That's cool. Just like my elven mage armor. But at least Solas can use that. Our only dwarf is not a warrior. I kind of like this armor on the guys. Where is it? On the guys, too. We're actually going to use that on Iron Bull. And I think it's going to look really cool. But we'll get to that. Alright, so we said we want, of course, the dragon webbing. And the dragon webbing. And we wanted the, what was it? Range defense. I think it was lurker scales, yes. And we wanted the Dales for the magic defense. Perfect. Alright, and we have a dragon's tooth here. Alright, let's see if it works this time. Hey, it works. It all lights up. Sweet. Okay. So that's the way to do it. You can't outsmart the game by reusing like the same item twice. Like the first time you do it with the dragon's tooth is always going to be a failure if you have the same base code I do. So just use it in a dud piece to get rid of the dud masterwork item, and then make the piece you really want with another attempt. So cool. We have our, let's rename it, our Lathan's Embrace. And once again, make sure I spelled that right out. For some reason, I always think it's spelled differently. But it's not. Okay. And I have my robes. Yay. Okay. I'm excited. Now we have to make some upgrades for it, obviously. So we're going to make... And those were the two we bought from the dog, the Mabari. Battle Mage Armor Arms and Battle Mage Armor Legs. Battle Mage Armor Arms, Tier 3 Light Armor Schematic, which is one of the best because of the cloth. Utility, so again, we're going to give it... Oh my god, I'm running very low on Dragon Webbing. I might have to buy more. And defense, we didn't want this, right? Because it's fire resistance, yes. We wanted the magic defense. Craft item. I do want to name these. These are going to be named after other elven gods. This is going to be... Let's call it Hands of Mythal, who is the great mother goddess and the great protector of the elves. Alright, Mythal, I think I spelled that right. These are the arms, right? Yeah, that's cool. And for the Battle Mage legs, hopefully these look good with my actual armor. I assume they will. We want the dragon webbing again for the stat split there, right? Because it's 16 versus just 14. And we want the more magic defense because why not? Nothing better. And we are going to call this the husband of Mythal. If she's the queen of the gods, Elgar'nan is the king. Let's see. Check out feet of Elgar'nan doesn't really have a maybe the path of Elgar'nan or the steps of Elgar'nan. Elgar'nan's stride. We had the Hands of Mythal, and all right, let's just call it the Path of Elgar'nan. That works. Steps. I don't really like that much though. Path of feet, boots. See, hands kind of has like a mythic sound to it, even though they're just hands, but like blessed hands. You don't really have blessed feet. Striding. Okay, I guess we'll go with this. The Path of Elgar'nan. Sure. Doesn't really matter anyway. It's just the name of an upgrade going into my actual armor. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. I can't actually show it here, but again, I ran way up here again. But I can show it in the preview at least. All right, so I'm going to modify our Lathan's Embrace. Oh, it doesn't have slots in it. Oh, I thought it did. That sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Why did I think that? I thought I looked that up even. Let's see, Keeper Robes. Keeper Robe schematic. No, upgrade slots none. Huh. That is unfortunate. So I guess these aren't the best robes in the game. Probably will still wear them anyway. That really is sucky, though. I was really hoping they would. Or I assume they would. Let's check out, though, because there's one that looks just like it. That's what's his name is wearing. Solus. Once it loads. Alright, so let's see if I armor. I think even with the upgrades, mine will still be better, but we can change these around as needed. So this is plus 8 magic defense. This is clearly better. Oh, that's a shame. I even named them something special and all. I guess we can give them to... What's his name? Oh, this is... Okay, I upgraded mine, didn't I? I did. Alright, that's good for comparison's sake, though. Come on, stats, pop up. Oh, because I'm modifying, I'm not comparing. Right. Armor. Alright, so... Yeah, because of those two upgraded pieces, it has a lot less armor rating, but it does give me a lot more magic, a lot more willpower. Abilities cost less mana and stamina. More magic defense, but less range defense. And Master Battle Mage is the one I'm wearing now, which I do like. I said that before. This is a pretty cool looking piece of armor. It just doesn't seem particularly elven. I'd rather go back to that one. And let's try Robes of the High Keeper. If I give that my armor, let's take this out. Glad you can change these at will. That's nice. Oh, I was all excited too. You can't upgrade this one either. Okay. So this is definitely better than the Robes of the High Keeper for sure. The extra focus is nice. Yeah. item level 24, and it would be... It does have a lot of extra stats because of the 10%, but oh, that's a tough call. I guess I'll still go with the Arlethan's Embrace. It's it would have been such a great piece. I guess it would have been a little overpowered, but if I could put this upgrades on there, that would have been so great. So again, it kind of sucks knowing that I could have arguably better armor, a lot less armor and range defense, but more offensive power due to the extra mana and all. If I was wearing this, but oh well. I like the look of this one, and I guess that's all there is to it. Let me compare that again. Whoops. Very disappointing. So it's kind of dumb you have to go into a different screen to compare as well. Alright, so let's see, what is that difference there? That's 8, so 16, so about 8% less damage. And then you have 15% less magic defense. Abilities cost more mana and stamina. Wait, oh, never mind. This is less willpower than it does. Okay, so what's that? Why does it have less willpower than it? I guess it had some innate on it, maybe? It has less willpower than magic. 16 plus 22 is 38, so it has 10 more, so what's that? 5% more attack, roughly? So it has 5% more attack, 15% more magic defense, and the abilities cost 7.5% less mana. Stamina. Mine instead has 16% range defense, which kind of cancels out the better armor, which cancels out the attack, I guess. Yeah, honestly, I think, again, this is one of those cases where you can make an argument either way. I think the one I actually was wearing, with those 2 upgrades I just made, is probably better. But, yeah, I said I was going to wear the elven armor. I might change the dyes and maybe even download that mod that changes the color of the main piece. But I think I do want this to be my final armor. It's too bad I'm in Skyhold and can actually wear it. But alright, that's going to be my armor then. Oh well, it sucks, but it is what it is. So we have plenty more armor to make though, so let's get to that. Okay. What do we have to make next? I made my hat. I can make some more hats for everybody. I guess my armor's done, so now I'm free to kind of use materials as I see fit. I should probably dye this though, just in case I end up using those materials to dye it. Oops, that was the armor tinting station. Yes, you can tint your companions as well. Alright, that's cool. We might tint the Keeper robes that he's wearing, because the colors didn't really look very Soulless-like. Soulless purple would be good for. Alright, Arlethan's Embrace. So I want to tint the main piece. I don't know if I like that lime green or not. But there was a mod to change that. Although again, that's probably only in not the DLC. I could see her wearing the purple as well. That does like the shoulders. What does this do? The belt. This does like the bottom piece. Yeah, I think the main chest you can't really use. Alright, so I might download that piece of DLC after this episode, and then we'll dye it next episode as the first thing. But it doesn't take much materials to do that anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Alright, so what other let's make the headpieces first, get them out of the way, they're nice and easy. Superior Seer Cowl. So we need to make 3 more of these. Elf, Dwarf, or Human, which is all of our mages. Cool. Can Blackwell wear the Orlesian helmet? I don't know. He might need a special helmet. Or a Bitar, I think Quinara used instead. I don't know what schematics I have for those. Alright, so we need... Okay, I'm going to make another one of these. We want the dragon webbing. I'm going to go on dragon webbing. Am I out? I'm out. Darn it. That sucks too. Because I wanted to name my headpiece, and I didn't. Alright, let's go... Let's go to the Black Emporium real quick, since quick travel is fast in this game. And I'm going to buy some more dragon webbing. Doesn't really matter. Should have just gone there alone. I don't know why I had to take companions anyway. We're half an hour in and I made 1 piece of armor. God. Hoping to get this done in an hour, give or take. We'll see. We shall see. See, I'm having fun with all this crafting, but at the same time, I'd have more fun if I knew I had like...
Help yourself to a suck from the basket. But only one!
A suck from the basket. Alright, it's hard to see with the lighting here. And it's not a good comparison because of her hair, but I do like the armor. I just need to, I like that it has an elven heritage to it. That's what I really like about it the most. Because even appearance-wise, I'd say it's maybe, even if the coloring all was right, I'd still say it was about a tie between this robe and the other one. I do like the other robe a lot. And stat-wise, that one wins. But it's because I think the heritage to this robe, I'd rather have this one. Alright,
We had a visitor the other day. Turned out to be a Venatori.
A Venatori, interesting. Dragon webbing is the cloth I need, and I need at least a couple more of those. Let's... How much can I buy? If I do all of it, that's 5k. I don't know if I need that much, but I might. I want to save 10k for the... the box. It'd be good to have some spare gold. Let's just do 10 for now. We may be back. I'm gonna head to the Empress and do some crafting there. Or you know what? Let's do the crafting at the western. So we have to go back and do the last shards there as well. The western approach. Where's our keep? We have the requisition, I think. Let's turn in there. Or to pick up there, rather. First one we took, Griffin Wing Keep. We'll bring our mages because we'll probably upgrade them first. But I like that when you're out at the keeps crafting, you can at least like see the armor as you go. That's kind of nice. Still a shame I couldn't put those upgrades in. I see why they did it though, because it would have been by far the best armor in the game if it had the slots as well. So it probably does make more sense that so I didn't even craft the other armor. Like I could probably craft a better Battlemaster one that had really good stats and all that stuff. That would be the best armor in the game, obviously. And it might look similar even, but I don't want to mess with it. I have my elven armor I like. I'm going to stick with it. After all, it's a normal playthrough. You probably use different armor in multiplayer anyway. That's not a crafting stand. So, I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so we need to craft armor. So, we want a superior seer cowl. It's dragon cloth. And more dragon webbing. Craft that. And we are going to call this one another elven god, even though two of them didn't really get their chance anyway. Solace's Blessing. I would say we could give those other two to Solus, since it also kind of makes sense for him. But I think I have him wearing the robes of the High Keeper, which also have no upgrades. So, yeah. Whatever. Solace's Blessing. And Solace was... I forget what she's the goddess of, but... she's one of them. Alright. So there we go. That's my hat. We need 2 more seer cowls, which will not get dragon webbing. Yeah, they might as well, right? Because I only have 6 left. What else would I use it on? Probably nothing. So I should have bought 4 more, because then I'd have 10. But it's for a companion. At this point, I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm more just worried one of their items is going to have a +6. Okay, whatever. I am way overthinking this. 18 magic. Works for me. Imbued hat, sure. And we need 1 more then. This is going to be 2 of these things, I think. There's another tier 3 one though, right? That's not as good. Or that's easier to get. King's Willow. Yeah. We could do 18 magic. We could do 10 magic and 8 willpower. Doesn't really matter too much. I don't know which one's actually better. Oh, I see. It changes the color on the side. Let's just go with the magic. Alright, that's good for all my mages. For my warrior buddies, I need the warrior headgear. And does this have a requirement? Yes, elf, dwarf, or human. So Iron Bull cannot use this. What do we have? Do we have enough Dragon Bone? We do. Should we use it? Yeah, why not? Maximum health. I should probably do health. Dawnstone, yep. We're going to do another Vigorous Helmet as well. We used the last of our Dragon Bone, pretty much. And some more Dawnstone. Cool. For the Quinari, I don't know what the best Quinari one is. I put down for Iron Bull the same one, but I realize he can't use that. This is only Inquisitor, right? No. It's anybody. Well, anybody but a Quinari. See, I need a Vitar. That's not, wait a minute. Elf over human. Over human. I don't know where you get the Vitars from. Are they even called Vitar? I might be making that word up. It's something like that, though. No, it is. Okay, so let's see. You got those from... okay. I don't know about schematics. I don't know if there are any schematics. I don't think there are. I think you just have to actually get it. But there's a really good one you get from completing the one where you turn in all the shards. Or at least a decent one. There's also a good one now from DLC. Yeah, the best ones are from the DLC, of course, but we'll get to those. The best one in the base game is from completing all three of the paths of the spear, paths of the fire, paths of the ice, or frost, or whatever. Which I like. That's cool that finding all the shards gives you a nice reward for one of your companions like that, among others. Alright, so that's good for him. So then we have to do the Skirmisher hat, which is for our rogues. And we'll give them the best we can, which is probably Dawnstone, 29 armor. Tier 3, yeah, that's what it's going to be. And color and appearance don't matter, even though they look stupid, but that's okay, because they'll be hidden. Dragon Scales would be the best. I guess I might as well use them up, right? Because my character's already done. I don't know if this would be more useful to have in our big pieces of armor, but... Because it's, what, 18 if I keep scrolling down and find something else? Yeah. Yeah, might as well use it. That's one. And the rest will not have that, of course. So we're down to very low on dragon items. So 18 I don't know if dexterity or cunning is better. Let's just go with it. And we need one more of those. Where was the 18? Alright, cool. So that should be the hats then. As far as robes go, Solus, I'm going to have wearing the robes of the High Keeper with no upgrades because it can't be upgraded. Vivian is going to have the Masterwork Battle Mage armor, which it has upgrades already. I don't know if we're going to keep them or not, or I can make better ones. I think the ones I took out the ones, that's what I was wearing before, and it did have... Right, okay. Let me quick save real quick. So I think we probably want to keep them in there. And let's craft, and then we need another. I have listed sturdy battle mage coat. I don't think I actually bought the schematic yet, though. No, I did not, because I was going to see how much money I had left for Dorian. I could buy him the 20,000 one. I kind of feel like I should do it. So let's go back to the Black Emporium. Go ahead and buy him his, Hey, it didn't ask me to choose companions. Nice. And because he's one of my favorite companions, so there's a bonus to being next to the Inquisitor. You get to have better gear. So we'll give him... He's sort of the mage I could not be because of RP reasons. I'm giving him like the best armor, the best staff. I think he had the best staff.
Handle the merchandise with care.
Actually, I think Solus probably has the best staff, but it's okay. Okay, so... Oh, and here you can see some of those See, pretty good items there, level 23. And upgradable as well. And it's a spirit staff. No, cold staff, never mind. Has a spirit rune. So there's some good items here. If you'd rather just buy your staff. Very interesting appearance. Some decent belts too, but I think the stuff you find out in the world is better. So if you're not an explorer and you just want to like buy stuff, I don't know how you have the gold if you're not an explorer, but if you do, then you can do that. I'm at the wrong thing. Alright, so I want schematics of legend probably. That's probably the better stuff. And I want to see what he has. Oh, is this only weapon schematics? I guess so. Alright, the armor is all at the other one. And a lot of this stuff you can find if you're lucky as random loot, it seems. But if you're not, you have to just buy it here. Alright, superior battle mage armor. So I don't know what's... Okay, I guess I can... Defense, defense, defense. That all sucks. Defense, defense, defense also sucks. Here we go. Well, defense, utility, 3 cloth, defense. That kind of sucks too. Even though these 21 cloth. Oh, this is Battle Master anyway. 21 cloth. If I get this, it's only 19 cloth, so it's worse. And it has all defensive stuff anyway. Are these all... This is utility 4 metal, which isn't really that great. Alright, I guess... This is going to be pretty bad with only 12 cloth. Alright, I guess we'll get him the best thing we can anyway, because... What point is there in having gold if you're not going to spend it? I don't know if you want the coat or the mail. I wrote down... What did I write down? The... Coat. I don't know if they had looked different on Dorian. I looked up one of these. I think it was this one. It looked okay. So this is 6 metal, 4 metal, 4 cloth. 4 metal, 4 metal, 6 leather. I don't know. Whatever. All of our gold. I do want to save that 10k though for the box. Another thing we have to do. Should add to my list. Or I might forget. Alright. Back to the Impriest. It's probably going to ask us again if we're going to choose companions, but... Where we wanted to go to, not the Impriest. Western approach. Alright. Feels like it's taken us a while to kind of ramp up this episode, but we're getting there. 'Cause 2 of the mages already have their armor. It's just a matter of upgrading them. And we'll make Dorians. And some of the other companions are also using already made armor. And at this point, I spent so much time on this, I might not waste too much more. Like if the armor already has upgrades in it that seem to be pretty good, I might just let them keep them instead of trying to make new ones. Solus doesn't have any clothes. I took his clothes. Alright, yeah, so let's put that new schematic to use over here. Light armor, battle mage mail. No. Right? Is that the one I made? Battle mage mail? Tier 3 light armor. I guess it's it. These are lower. Yep, so see, it has a lesser rating than mine, but it has... and worse stats. But I guess kind of the trade-off. It has less armor and kind of worse slots. Mine at least has a utility with 12 cloth. But it has the arm and leg thing, which, if you upgrade them, actually make the stats better. It looks stupid, though. At least on me. Hopefully it looks better on Dorian. So for armor... So let's see first, 'cause I don't know if I want to give him a Masterwork one or go for the stats. Is there another good... Emily could be cool. He's not really a fire mage, though. On kill, plus 10 magic, that could be nice. Then again, I'm running out of these extra things. So I might have to start using some of these anyway. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Do the quick save trick again. Just because it is kind of even still a little weird or a little cheesy doing this, but the alternative would be just... I'm not wasting my rare materials, I'm wasting my common materials, or more common materials by doing this. So if the alternative would be me to spend another hour just farming more of these materials to give them the extra tries. So I'd rather just not and do the save thing. Alright, slight armor, battle mage mail. We're gonna give him a dragon tooth because it's the highest percentage, and we have tons of these things. These I kind of wish you had a few less of, maybe. We don't have enough dragon webbing anymore, of course, so we'll give him... Do we have something with more of that? Plush Faustian, sure. Alright, so leather, we decided we wanted the range defense, which is what? Great Bear Hide? No. Hardened Gurn? No. Lurker Scales. Defense Metal, I think we want the health here. From Dawnstone? Yep. And we wanted Defense Cloth. Where's the magic resistance? That's it right there, isn't it? Yep. Alright, so we're going to craft it. Hey, it applied. Yes, lucky me. Cool. So that's Dorian's armor. I'm just going to leave it the name. Deflecting Absorption, Battle Mage Mail. Alright, so I'm going to use this one, even though I think this one with the upgrades is the best. I could also try the new one I made for Dorian. Where is it? This guy. So with the upgrades, it would have a lot more magic and willpower. And it would have health. See, no, that I would still rather have the one I have now. Yeah, it seems like this armor upgraded. That's weird, because you think there'd be a crafted version that would be better, but I guess not. So yeah, this is probably the best mage armor in the game. And I'm okay with that, even though it's only partially crafted, because you had to kill like the hardest dragon in the game to get it, I'm pretty sure. I wish it looked horrible, because it would be such an easier decision if it did. But I really do like this robe. And the abilities cost 7.5% less mana. Just less armor. I don't even know what armor actually does. I guess it resists damage. So it's probably good to have heavy armor going into the end game. Yeah, so what did we decide it was? 10 less offensive stats. And... So the 15% more magic defense and the 60% range defense pretty much cancel out. So essentially, the trade-off is... Didn't I have Constitution on there or something? I guess not. So we have 10 more off, so 5% more damage, essentially. And abilities cost 7.5% less mana versus having 70 more armor. Yeah, so if it was in a all else being equal, I would go with the other one. Because I'd rather have that bit of offense and that nice mana reduction. See, that has like a fun factor to it too, because being able to use more spells in conjunction is just more fun. But the fact that you can make an argument either way because of the armor, and the fact that I like the elven look of the new one, and I'm looking forward to getting the Arlethan armor for a long time, or the Keeper's robes for a long time. I keep trying to convince myself out of it, but I'm going to stick with it. So we'll give this to one of my companions, and we are going to make new arms and legs for Dorian's mail real quick. So let's do that, and then my mages should be good to go. Where was it? Battle Mage Armor Arms. And plus 14 magic. I don't like using all that though. Where's my Faustian? That's plus 8 and plus 6. Alright, we'll use this, sure. Magic defense. Yep. And Battle Mage Armor Legs. Maybe I'll get some willpower in there for a change. Faustian. That's an even split. This is also magic, barrier damage bonus, magic defense. Same thing. Alright, we'll just use this then. I do like the magic defense. Okay. So our mages should be pretty much good. Now let me upgrade their armors. Is anybody wearing any of it? I don't think so, no. I don't know what they're wearing. Nothing good. So I don't remember giving her that, but I guess I did. The Grey Warden armor. Craft weapons. Here we go. Modify armor. Alright, so this one cannot be modified except the sigil. Okay, so here's what I was going to do with the sigils. We have a lot of these. Most of which I will not use because they're bad. Like plus 50% front armor, minus 50% all other armor. That could be good for a tank, I guess. Probably. Maybe I will give that to a tank. This, I'm probably going to give to myself extra attack for minus 50% healing bonus. Again, if it becomes an issue, if my potions are doing, if it doesn't seem like a lot, then I'll remove that. Other choices we have include Sigil of Lyrium, which means more barrier but less health. Tempting too, except 50%, minus 50% is actually a greater amount than plus 50%. It's the exact same amount, but comparatively, you're cutting what you have in half as opposed to gaining half, if that makes sense. A better way to say it is if you lost 50% and then gained 50%, you'd be back at 75%, and vice versa. As opposed to if you, so it should be like plus 200% barrier, or plus 100% barrier, then it would be an actual equal trade-off. You'd have the same amount of defenses, essentially. This is more mana stamina regeneration, but longer cooldown times. That could be good with my combo for Immolate, but I'd hate having longer cooldown times than everything else. Highland Ravager, plus 10% fire damage, minus 50% all other damage. So if you're making like a mage or a character that's based around one type of damage, including the staff default type, that could be useful. Like if I gave Dorian a lightning staff and gave him only lightning attacks, maybe that would be nice, but even then, I have one of those. Great Bear. That's interesting too. You get a lot more maximum mana stamina, but it regenerates a lot slower. That's also tempting for this character because of her combo. That I don't really... that actually is really tempting. Because I don't really rely on mana stamina regeneration a lot. I rely on it from my ability. And I don't know if that affects the ability or not. Maybe I'll try that. Sure, let's do it. The Great Bear. Because again, you can always change this as you go. Alright, and this is going to be... No, this is going to be... I was thinking for Solus we give him some Death Root maybe. For more attack, less healing bonus. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. Because these are all trade-offs, so... In essence, having... It's a nice idea, and I like they added it and that they made a trade-off to it, but it's just something I don't have the time to think about and really decide if it's worth using or not. It might be simpler, especially in this difficulty mode, just to go with it as the game was originally intended. Okay, so Arlefin's Embrace is upgraded. Masterwork Battle Mage Armor already upgraded. This one we're going to upgrade with the stuff we just made. This guy, and yeah, definitely better. That guy, they're also purple. And Robes of the High Keeper is already upgraded. All right, cool. So I've got mine good to go. How about you guys? You need Dorian with like some... I think I gave him... We have two types here. We have the Masterwork Battle Mage Armor. That's right, hats too. We have these two. Are they the same thing? No. This one's obviously better because it's the one I found in the wild. This one is not actually that much better because of the 10% bonus I got to everything. This is a lot more defensive though. This is a lot more offensive. In that case, this is probably better for him. They both look pretty cool on him. Vivian, let's see how they look on her. Let me take off Dorian just to compare. Yeah, they both look very Vivian, just slightly different. So we're going to go with the more defensive one for her. She's sort of defensive anyway. Which is that one. Plus 28 magic though, that's still really nice. And Dorian, will give him this guy. Yep. And abilities cost less mana. That's more fun for him with all his attacks he gets. Alright. So that means Vivian gets this. Yep. And of course, Solus gets the Robes of the High Keeper. As for hats, I want to give Liavara Solace's Blessing, which is the with the 10 magic and 10 willpower. This one has the same thing. It's the exact same thing, just this one has a better name. We'll give Solus the other one. And then these two get the 18 magic. And yeah, she's shrewd, sure. We'll give her... Oh, that's... No, wait a minute. One of these two. Nope. Imbued hat? Right, we had to use a slightly worse material. Okay, but that's okay. Still gets the important thing is the 18 magic it gives you, which is very nice. Alright, so our mages are upgraded. As much as I hate to do it, I probably should. Okay. Well, so that's our light armor crafting. I kind of want to do one for like heavy and medium, but I'd have to combine them. Yeah, it always takes longer than I think it will. All right, I'm going to end this episode here then. So, I hate that half this Let's Play is going to be crafting episodes, but hopefully some of you guys are into crafting as much as I am. If you're still watching this, you obviously are. So we're going to do another episode. It's going to be just crafting for the warriors and the rogues. So stay tuned for that.